In this lesson, we're going to look at the 3D cursor, and I can use the 3D cursor to create different objects in different locations, or you can use it to snap objects to each other, or you can even use it to change the pivot point or the origin of an object to a specific position on that object. So it might sound all a little bit confusing and complicated, but it's not really that difficult. So let me explain to you what the 3D cursor is. So first of all, let's delete our light and let's delete the camera and let's just focus on our cube. So remember in an earlier lesson I spoke about the 3D cursor that's inside our cube. It's right in the center of our world. It's got a little circle and a crosshair. That's the 3D cursor. So the 3D cursor, if I move this cube away, the 3D cursor will always be the position where a new object will be created. So let's say I create a new object, Shift A, Mesh, Cube. It's going to create it wherever that 3D cursor is in the scene. So let's delete this cube again. Now what I want to do is I want to set this 3D cursor, I want to snap it to this object that I moved away. So with this cube selected, I'm going to press the snapping shortcut, which is also something to try and remember. It's Shift S for snapping. And this is going to bring up this radial menu with all these interesting little options. Now we're only going to focus on a few of them, so don't be scared. So we're going to look at cursor to selected or selection to cursor. So cursor to selected means it's going to take the cursor, the 3D cursor, and it's going to snap it to the selected object. So let's see how that works. If I click on this, you'll see that the 3D cursor is not in the center of the world anymore, but it's snapped now to the center of this object. And now if I create a new object, let's say we create a cylinder, you'll see it's going to create our cylinder. If I scale it maybe a little bit, it's going to create the cylinder wherever that 3D cursor was. So now let's move this cube away, maybe to this side. And now I can, with this cube selected, I'm going to press the snapping shortcut again, Shift S, and I'm going to choose cursor to selected. So now the 3D cursor is going to jump from here to this object, and now I can maybe create a new object. Let's say we create the Suzanne monkey, and I can see that it created that monkey right in that position wherever that 3D cursor is. So that's the first function of the 3D cursor. It will create new objects wherever it is. But we can also use it to snap objects to each other. So let's delete the monkey and maybe let's delete everything in the scene. And I want to snap this 3D cursor back to the center of our world. So to do that, I'm going to press Shift S to bring up the snapping window or the snapping options. And then I'm going to select cursor to world origin. So it's going to snap the 3D cursor to the world origin, which the world origin is the center of the world. So that's going to snap right there. So let's create a cube. Let's start off easy. So let's say I want to set that 3D cursor to this corner of the cube. So let's go into edit mode with the cube selected and make sure you're in vertex select mode by pressing 1. And then I'm going to select this one vertex, just that corner. Now with that vertex selected, we can bring up the snapping menu again by pressing Shift S. And then I'm going to select cursor to selected. Now remember, we have the vertex selected. So this means the cursor should jump to that vertex. And there we go. You can see now the 3D cursor is sitting exactly on that vertex that we had selected. And now if I go out of edit mode by pressing tab, and if I create a new cube, it's going to be created on that corner like that. Okay, let's move this cube out of the way and let me show you how you can snap it the other way around if you want to take an object and snap it to wherever the 3D cursor is. So let's say we have this object here floating around in space, but we want to move it exactly to that corner of this cube. So because we have the 3D cursor on that vertex, I can now simply select the small cube, bring up the snapping menu by pressing Shift S. And now instead of cursor to selected, this side we want to do it the other way around, which is selection to cursor. So this means it's going to take the selected object, and it's going to move it to wherever the cursor is. So there you can see the cursor stayed in place, but our small cube snapped to its location. So let me show you, let's move the 3D cursor to another vertex. So I'm going to select this big cube, go into edit mode. Let's select this vertex on the other side. Let's bring up the snapping menu by pressing Shift S. And then I'm going to say cursor to selected, because I want to move the cursor from here to this vertex. Alright, so there you can see that's our new position for the 3D cursor. Let's go into object mode, and now we can select the small cube, bring up the snapping menu, Shift S, and then select selection to cursor. Now this cube is going to jump to that location. So I hope that makes sense. You can basically snap it to a vertex, a edge, or a face. So let's see how that works. So let's go into this object again by pressing tab to go into edit mode, and this time I want to select this edge. So press 2 to select, or to go into edge select mode, and now we've got this edge selected. Now let's bring up the snapping menu by pressing Shift S, and this time we're going to do cursor to selected. So now you can see the 3D cursor has moved to the center of this edge. So now let's go back into object mode by pressing tab. Let's select the small cube, press Shift S to bring up the snapping menu, and this time we do selection to cursor. So we want to snap the selected object to wherever the cursor is. And there you can see that our cube now snapped to exactly where that 3D cursor is. So we can do the same with a face. So I'm going to select this object again, go into edit mode, press 3 to go into face select mode. Let's select this face and bring up the snapping menu, Shift S, and we're going to select cursor to selected. So you'll see the cursor is now jumped to that face in the center of the exact center of that face. And now I can select the small cube, bring up the snapping menu, Shift S, selection to cursor. And that cube is going to snap to that location. Let's quickly see how we can use the 3D cursor to adjust or move a pivot of a specific object. So I'm going to delete the small cube by pressing X and confirming that. And let's place the 3D cursor first back to the center of the world. So bring up the snapping menu, Shift S, cursor to world origin. So now you can see the cursor is back in the center of our world. And if we select this cube, you will see the small tiny little orange dot, which is the origin or the pivot point of this cube. So whenever you rotate or scale, it will scale or rotate around that pivot. Now, if we look at this from the side, you can see that our object is pivoting around the center of, or where that pivot point is. So let's say we want to move this cube's pivot point to not be in the center of the object, but maybe on this bottom face. Let's see how we can do that. So first of all, I'm going to go into edit mode, and I'm going to select this bottom face. Make sure you're in face select mode by pressing 3. And let's snap our 3D cursor to this face. So bring up the snapping menu by pressing Shift S, and then we're going to select cursor to selected. Okay, and now you can see that the 3D cursor has snapped to that face, but you can also see that the pivot point is still in the center of this object. Now make sure you're on object mode and not edit mode when we're doing this step, because now we want to tell Blender that it must move this cube's pivot point from there to where the 3D cursor is. Now, really easy to do that. You just need to right click on your object in object mode and then go to set origin, and this is where you can change the origin, and there's an option that says origin to 3D cursor. Now remember, the 3D cursor is on this bottom face. Let's see what happens. Right click, set origin, origin to 3D cursor. So now you can see that the pivot point is on this bottom face of our cube. So now if I select the cube and I press R to rotate, you'll see that it's going to rotate around its new pivot. We can also set the pivot to maybe one of the corners. Let's see how we can do that. So I'm going to go into edit mode, press 1 to go into vertex select mode. And I'm going to select this one vertex on this corner here at the bottom. With this vertex selected, bring up the snapping menu, Shift S, and then I'm going to select cursor to selected to move the 3D cursor to that vertex. There you can see the 3D cursor snapped to that vertex. Now I'm going to press tab to go out of edit mode, and now I'm going to select the cube, right click, set origin to 3D cursor. Now you can see our 3D cursor is still on that vertex, and you can also see that the pivot point is also on that corner. So now if I select this object and I press R to rotate, it's going to rotate around that new pivot point. So hopefully you can see how powerful the 3D cursor can be inside of Blender. You can use it to snap objects to each other. You can also use it to move origins or pivots around to a specific edge, face, or vertex. So play around with the snapping menu and see how you can snap different objects to each other, and how you can also change the pivot point of objects to change the way they rotate and scale. I will see you in the next lesson.